It's a beautiful night in downtown Dallas. Tonight, USL League One action at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. The defending champs, North Texas, against expansion club Fort Lauderdale CF. Josh Appel with you from Arlington as the players get set for tonight's matchup. Let's take a look at the previous meetings for both these teams coming into tonight. Well, it was a rematch of last year's 2019 final in which North Texas was victorious, but the other night, in what's been kind of a theme this year for North Texas, they were on the wrong end. This one, a 1-0 loss on the road to Greenville, who's been the #1 team in League One this season. For Fort Lauderdale, if you had the over in this one, you were pretty happy with the result. If you were a Fort Lauderdale fan, not so much though. A 3-2 loss at home to Union Omaha. And the two goal scorers in this match, Valencia and Sosa, both not in there tonight for Fort Lauderdale, as you see Sosa's tally against Omaha the other night. Time for our players to watch, and it's Ronaldo Damas first for North Texas. Damas, 3 goals, tied for the team lead with Benny Redzic, and they will need those two tonight in order to come out with a win against Fort Lauderdale. North Texas just 1 win at home this season. And for Fort Lauderdale, it's Ricky Lopez Espin. Espin tied for second in USL League One in goals this year with 7. As he gets ready for tonight's matchup. Had 2 goals in the first meeting between these two teams earlier this season. It was a 3-2 Fort Lauderdale win over North Texas back in mid-August. Should be a great one here tonight from Arlington. Fort Lauderdale and North Texas. Lineup and kick coming up next.
Think all sports recovery drinks deliver the same hydration? Think again. It's time to make the switch to the low-calorie option that replenishes, with vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to promote optimal hydration and recovery, and a 1-to-1 ratio of sodium to potassium that works to reestablish your electrolyte balance. Plus sequential carbohydrates to provide your body with the fuel it needs to recover from intense exercise. Just add water. That's Advocare Rehydrate. Rethink what you drink.
Is that your dad's new Camry?
I dig the panoramic moonroof.
Shh. And how's the V6?
And the Android Auto.
Shh. Yes, Billy. How are they?
Grab everyone's attention in the 2020 Camry. Get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2020 Camry. Hurry in today. Toyota.
Wherever we want to go, we just have to start. Auto save your way there with Chase. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Injuries can be overcome. Returns can be triumphant. The top of your game is well within reach. From comprehensive care to advanced research, everything you need to rehab, recover, and refuel your performance is in the playbook at Texas Health Sports Medicine.
Welcome back to Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. Fort Lauderdale CF and North Texas SC getting set for action tonight. Let's look at the previous meeting between these two teams. Back in mid-August, it was a 3-2 win for Fort Lauderdale CF, and it was another one of those games where if you had the over, you were a really happy camper. Sosa, they're setting up the first goal of the match. Remember Lopez Espin, we talked about it in the open. Lopez Espin, there you see him scoring both of his goals. Sosa had 2 assists in this one, and then Valencia with the third. Valencia and Sosa not on the team sheet today for Fort Lauderdale. North Texas with a late push, but it wasn't enough as we get a look at our starting lineups tonight, presented by Advocare. Those are the two guys up front, Damas and Redzic, who will be hugely important today to putting the ball in the back of the net for Eric Quill. Those two tied for the team lead in goals this year. Nicky Hernandez there in the middle, team of the week in USL League One for Week 10. For Jason Kreese in Fort Lauderdale, as we mentioned, the changes. First career start for Jason Buckner up front, and then Noah Allen on the back line. It's his first career professional appearance, the 16-year-old. Got a couple of 16-year-olds in the lineup tonight to go along with a 17-year-old Saavedra for Fort Lauderdale here tonight. And we are underway from Globe Life Park. Fort Lauderdale 4-6-2 this season. They're tied for second in League One in goals scored, but they have given up the most in the league, tied for the most with New England Revolution. So a pretty wide open season from Fort Lauderdale this year. They can score it, but they give up a lot as well defensively. For North Texas, most draws in League One this year with 5. Just 1-0-4 in 5 previous matches here at home for the defending champions in USL League One. A giveaway, Redzic right away for North Texas. Trying to work it for Damas and finally does. Damas puts a charge into one, deflected, never got through, and now here comes Fort Lauderdale. Blaine Ferry getting the start at midfield today for Fort Lauderdale. Buckner chasing it down. Remember, no Sosa, no Valencia today for Fort Lauderdale. Bad touch there. And North Texas takes over with possession. North Texas won the league last year in impressive fashion. This season, they're sitting in second to last out of 11 teams in the table in League One. Now, a win could catapult them and jump, 3-4 teams. That's just how jam-packed and tight together in a shortened season these clubs are. Fort Lauderdale sits in 7th, 6 points behind second place, but they could find themselves in the top 5 with a win here tonight on the road. This year they've been pretty good on the road for such a young team, 2-1. As Aviles, who getting the start in goal tonight. Once again for North Texas, Castanera, the starter in goal for Fort Lauderdale. Castanera actually acquired from FC Dallas before the season. And he's second in USL in saves with 37. 2 times this year has had the save of the week in the league. That was Christian Lou Young making his 3rd start. Dispossessed, but he will throw in. Take a look at our injury report presented by Texas Health Sports Medicine. No Kai Thomas tonight for Fort Lauderdale and no Breck Evans for North Texas. We'll see if that loss of Evans affects how North Texas is able to play tonight. Evans, of course, an important player in this 11. Here's a through ball looking for Damas, races on, and it's won by Modesto Mendez, who plays it back to the keeper Castanera. Just underway in Arlington. 2 teams trying to close out the season strong. And if you're North Texas and head coach Eric Quill, there's no way this is what you envisioned before the season, that in early October, sitting second to last in the league standings. But he has a lot to celebrate in his personal life, and of course we will get to that later on in the broadcast as well. Ferry trying to work his way through, but it's taken away, and Hernandez away with it for North Texas. Buckner applying pressure, but Allison able to play to the far side. Take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Toyota. North Texas has to get that offensive pressure. We know Fort Lauderdale is capable of conceding a lot of goals. And for Fort Lauderdale, make sure they're sharp on the counter. They know how to deposit it in the back of the net. Lopez Espin, second in the league in goals scored. And they're trying to continue their solid road play this year. I mean, again, 1-0-4 this season at home for North Texas and the defending champs. And that one win was in the season opener, 2-1 against Forward Madison. It's been a while since this North Texas team has won here at home. Draws with Chattanooga, New England, Omaha, Tucson, here at Globe Life Park. Throw in for Fort Lauderdale. Mentioned Noah Allen making his first start. A couple of 16-year-olds, a 17-year-old. Here's a cross in. Bicycle kick attempt by Lopez Espin. That one went wide, but a cheeky idea there from Ricky Lopez Espin as we take another look. Oh. That's Mendez, who just played it up to Young. Mendez making his 5th start in 6 games, and then Hardin, the 17-year-old, plays it to the far side. Long ball ahead, a good one. This is Escona. Escona tried to slide it through for Lopez Espin, and then it was knocked over the goal line. So this will be a corner for Lauderdale CF. Escona, 16 years old, has 3 goals this year, Edison Escona. And you look at how parent club Inter Miami is trying to groom these players through their academy and through Fort Lauderdale CF. Escona has been one of the best players for this club this year at just 16 years old. I mean, it's one thing to play at this level and play a lot. It's another thing to play at this level and perform at the same time. And that's what Escona has done. And they've had a few in that age range that have certainly played a big part in the success of Fort Lauderdale this year. And you look at their record, success, 4-6-2. You have to remember, again, think of how many teenagers are out there right now, and some of these teams they play in this league are made up with a lot more experience. But you look at guys like Ricky Lopez Espin, who are in here, you know, kind of as the glue. Not only him, but Carrasco as well, Macun when he plays, and Sosa as well. North Texas looked to be threatening for a moment with Damas, but nothing doing there. You have Jerome Kiesewetter on this roster too. And Felipe Valencia, who is not playing tonight but scored in the first meeting between these two teams, he's just 15 years old, but he's played such a huge role on this team this season. Brian Rosales, another one of those, and Sammy Gadiri as well, who brings some of that experience to kind of guide this team through. And then you got to give credit, of course, to Jason Priest, who is quite the manager you want in charge if you're trying to build something special and develop players. Foul here on Fort Lauderdale, on Young. Got tangled up with Roberts. Burgess plays it to Che. Nice ball ahead, Roberts. Young, the closest defender there. Cross in, cleared away by Fort Lauderdale. Redzic on it for the boys in red. Another cross, another clear. Got through Savendra and kept alive by North Texas. To the far side. Now back into the middle, Allison. Rayo to the far side. Cross in. Damas there, couldn't get a full hit on it. And now Fort Lauderdale will try and counter. A lot of space being given. Young. Now Ethan Harden. Started 9 of the 13 games this season as a 17-year-old. Buckner, nice turn. Saavedra in towards the middle. Ferry had it deflect near him, and then off his line aggressively, Aviles comes out and makes the play. Waldeck. Redzic. Got double teamed and lost it. Saavedra. Played ahead. Now some room for Waldeck. Slides it through, and then a nice job by Mendez to step in front. Saavedra. Nobody home for Fort Lauderdale. Through the middle. Roberts leaves it. Here's a shot on. Save made. Castanera with his 38th save of the year. And he needed every inch of that frame to deflect it wide. A missile off the foot of Damas. We're going to look at Castanera. 2 League One saves of the week. That might put him in contention for a third. Here's the corner. Settle down, Waldeck. Another one. Back post header on. It's high. Over the bar. A break for Fort Lauderdale and a frustrating missed chance for North Texas. 15 minutes, or in the 15th minute, I should say. No score, one real opportunity. You just saw it for North Texas. Other than that, it's been a pretty evenly played first 14-plus minutes. Kind of a feel-out process from both teams. Here's the throw in. Waldeck. Redzic had it taken away nicely by Ferry, but then he got it back. Ferry still battling there with Roberts, and Roberts wins it. Sends not a good ball in. And it's knocked down by Mendez, who will then clear it away. Buckner kept it in bounds, but North Texas takes it away, and then Lou Young steps in front of it. Ferry, the South Lake, Texas native, across the pitch. This is Noah Allen, the 16-year-old from Pembroke Pines, Ascona. Ascona working against Bonilla. And now it's Ibarra back for Ascona. Excuse me, that was Allen. Now Ibarra at the 35-yard line. Saavedra given some room. Ibarra towards the far side, Allen again. Ferry. Some miscommunication there with Ascona, but Ibarra settles it down. Mendez. A ball in, and it's off target, and a goal kick for Aviles. Some good bounces there for North Texas, and then Fort Lauderdale able to come away with it. Ooh, they were trying to spring Lopez Espin, but defended well by North Texas. But now here comes Fort Lauderdale. Ferry for Lopez Espin. He was held back and no call, although he might have been offside as well. Take one more look. th minute, Bonilla to throw in. This is a North Texas team that won the league last year in historic fashion. They won 12 of their 16 matches at home in 2019. And remember, they are 1-0-4 there this year. Earned 33 of a possible 42. This is their first season in Globe Life Park, and it has not been all that welcoming in the points department. They had 8 total departures from last year, including the MVP and their 2 starting center backs. Arturo Rodriguez, the league MVP, no longer with North Texas. Breck Evans was on loan to Austin Bold for a little bit, but obviously he's since returned but is hurt and not playing tonight. Callum Montgomery and Ricardo Pepe. Pepe had 9 goals, including a hat trick in his first ever game last year. And we talked to Eric Quill at the beginning of the season, and he said to us, who are our leaders? We'll find out a lot about ourselves, but that's the fun of it. Now you look back at that quote before the opener as we wind down here in 2020, And a lot has changed since then, and I'm not sure that, you know, especially after that inaugural season, if Eric Quill will be all too happy. Although he would love to see this squad close out in a positive way. I mean, you look, 5 draws and only 3 losses. It's not like they're getting played out of the park every single time out, but they just haven't been able to get over that schneid, and tied for the lead, or not tied, they are in sole possession of the lead. Here's a dangerous area. Shot blocked by Ibarra, nicely done. They do lead the league in draws. Mendez goes down, and that's a foul, courtesy of Damas. Nifty little move there by Hernandez. Ball ahead for Damas, but he's off, and he doesn't like that call. Still going through that feel-out process here in the first 21-plus minutes at Globe Life Park. Not much doing for either side. Buckner knocks it off the foot of Waldeck. It's a throw-in for North Texas. Roberts went down. That's a foul. Our referee is Hector Hernandez. Bar didn't do much there, but the call was given. Comes the set piece, little floater in, defended well. Harden did a nice job marking Che. Taken away by Fort Lauderdale. Ferry. Long ball ahead of the far side, and a good one for Ascona. Che matched up with him. Ascona, the 16-year-old. Goal kick, Fort Lauderdale. Harden. To the far side. Here's the cross. Nicely done by Mendez, but not out of the woods yet. Corner coming. Hernandez a little bit slow getting up. Allison steps into it, deflects wide, and a corner. Waldeck will take it. Here it comes. Looked like Modesto Mendez got a piece of it. Another one back into the box and an offside. Close quarters. Burgess for Che. Hear the wind picked up on our microphones here at the stadium. Swirling around. Hernandez. Two Fort Lauderdale players on him. Cleared away by Young. Nicely done. And a whistle here. They called that offside. Allison. That one's deflected. And another corner. Here's the corner, and then met nicely by Castanera. Young looking for Buckner, and then Waldeck did a nice job on him. Races on for it, and it just rolls all the way over. And that brings us to our first hydration break. So you get a look at the head coach from North Texas, Eric Quill. Quill, the 2019 USL League One Coach of the Year. And Coach welcomed in a new face to the world. Congratulations to Eric and his wife Susan. Welcome their fourth child, Wynn Edward Quill, the newest member of the North Texas and FC Dallas family. Congrats to Coach Quill, his wife Susan, and the entire Quill family on the birth of Wynn. Certainly made a tough season for a multitude of reasons. Brings you some happiness as well. Eric Quill, of course, beaming with joy when we spoke to him about obviously that. Obviously some things more important in life, and of course that is one of them. So congrats to the Quill family. No score here yet. And our first hydration break here in the first half, and neither team has really had all that good of an opportunity. Texas did have one earlier. It seemed as though probably the best chance of the day. Back ready for action. Harden heads it back. And now Ibarra. Fourth minute. Waldeck. Now Redzich. Battling, and then Buckner takes it away. Looking for Ferry, but just too far out in front of him. Rayo. Now Che. wonder if, with Fort Lauderdale missing Sosa and Valencia, how much that's affecting their attack. Allen steps in front of that, and the 16-year-old sends it all the way down. That's a giveaway, though, to Lopez Espin, but he couldn't keep possession of it. Too hard of a first touch. And North Texas able to recover okay. Redzic splits two. Sends it ahead. Roberts. Not enough pace there. Rayo gets it back. Roberts. Ibarra takes it away. Making his second start in 4 appearances. Lopez Espin trying to chase. The 37th minute here in the first half. Damas. Here's one with pace, but right into the hands of Castanera. Saavedra goes down. That's a foul, courtesy of Damas. Ferry for Buckner. Low cross, dangerous area, but no Fort Lauderdale player could get to it. Redzic goes down, and that's a foul. Waldeck looking for someone to throw it into. He's taking forever. This for the NBA, it'd be a 5-second violation. Waldeck slides it ahead for Redzich. Time for the team lead with 3. Near the end of the half, does North Texas have some magic? Fires one on, save made by Castanera after a deflection. Well, North Texas has certainly had the better opportunities, and that's just opportunities at all. Long ball ahead, Buckner chasing after it. Buckner will win the race. Buckner deflected out, and a corner coming for Fort Lauderdale. Third minute of the first half. Here's the corner. Defending champs North Texas, 1-0-4 this season at home. Fort Lauderdale, 2-2-1 on the road this year, tied for the second most goals in USL League One. But they haven't been able to crack North Texas today, and North Texas hasn't been able to capitalize on the couple of good opportunities they've had. Ferry had it slip past him, and now North Texas will try something on the counter here. 44th minute of the first half, and then taken away by Ferry, the Texas native. One touch pass back to him. Again, no Sosa, no Valencia tonight for Fort Lauderdale. Nice move by Buckner, but he couldn't get back. Waldeck able to shield him off. Haven't been a lot of stoppages in this one besides the hydration break, so can't imagine there will be too much stoppage time added on here at the end of this first half. The pace has been fine. It hasn't been choppy, just not much offense for either side, not many chances. I mentioned that it felt like a feel-out process at about the 15-20 minute mark, but it really hasn't escalated past that since. Rayo to the far side. Bonilla takes it towards the middle. Roberts flicks it up. Damas was offside. Not sure why Bonilla is looking to the sky there. Pretty clear offside.
The fourth official has indicated that there will be
2 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this half. Not much action. So far, scoreless tie. Ethan Harden. For Noah Allen, the 16-year-old, making his first start and first appearance. Called up back on September 5th. Pembroke Pines, Florida. Member of the Inter Miami Academy. He gets set to throw it in. Waldeck. Hernandez looking for Damas. He goes down. Looked like Mendez got hit in the face. And looks like from the reaction, they're going to get the foul on Damas for just that. Castanera sends it deep. Lopez Espin a little bit slow after that. Throw in Fort Lauderdale. And that is the final whistle of the first half. Quiet offensively from both sides, no score. We'll see what adjustments each side makes coming out for the second. Two very good coaches, I'm sure, will have some things to say to their respective teams in the locker room. Jason Crease walking off with Fort Lauderdale. Eric Quill, the coach of the year last year for the defending champs. Halftime here at Globe Life Park, no score.
Think all sports recovery drinks deliver the same hydration? Think again. It's time to make the switch to the low-calorie option that replenishes, with vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to promote optimal hydration and recovery, and a 1-to-1 ratio of sodium to potassium that works to reestablish your electrolyte balance. Plus sequential carbohydrates to provide your body with the fuel it needs to recover from intense exercise. Just add water. That's Advocare Rehydrate. Rethink what you drink.
Our tradition for my football team is we dress up, shirt and tie. I had a tie, but I didn't know how to tie it. Usually I would have my dad help me, but he was deployed. I'm thinking, don't worry about it, my grandma should know.
He says, can you tie a tie? And I'm like, no. But we're on our way to Chick-fil-A.
I recognize them because they came into our store so much. Miss Bertha and Mr. Terrence, I'm like, of course, I'll help them out and show them how to tie a tie.
It wasn't just the tie, it's what was in your heart.
It's my pleasure. Doing good, man. You got it.
Okay, so maybe we're new to home improvement, but we're determined. We got an insider tip on the ultimate flooring destination. Whoa, Floor & Decor is amazing. Look at us. We're shopping alongside real-life designers and contractors. I love this tile. And this one. And these prices? Look at this. Durable and water-resistant. We should do the kitchen next. Oh yeah, we found where the pros go. Now we're unstoppable.
Explore Floor & Decor in person or online at flooranddecor.com.
Why do we celebrate? Because we know this achievement isn't just for us. It's for our team, our family, and our future. It's for that final moment when we know we've defied the odds and put our future into our own hands. As the official education partner of Major League Soccer, SNHU helps players, staff, and fans achieve their goals. Your celebration starts here. Visit snhu.edu.
Welcome back to Globe Life Park. No score at halftime between North Texas and Fort Lauderdale CF. Josh Appel Back with you. And we've mentioned throughout the night that North Texas is the defending champion. And this was last week. Nice ceremony, or lack thereof, or just a presentation, I should say, to Cesar Murillo. He was a member of last season's USL League One inaugural champions, North Texas, given his ring. And all right, congratulations to Cesar. He has another chance to get that ring for the second straight year with these Greenville triumph in the 65th minute. This is what Greenville did last night against Orlando. Greenville, #1 team in the league. Not sure who's going to be able to stop them. Scoring with ease. A little touch there to the left foot. Nothing the keeper can do. In the 69th minute, just 4 minutes later, it was Greenville again, adding to their advantage. And for Orlando, the last place team in League One, this was really all Greenville needed to get yet another 3 points. And there is the man himself, Dallas J, best keeper in the league this year. Another victory for Greenville Triumph. No score at halftime here at Globe Life Park. Time to toss it to our USL news and notes in our USL blog.
Visit USLsoccershop.com this Friday through Monday to claim at least 20% off at participating clubs' online stores.
Trying to pick out the top corner. It's in off the post. Doesn't have numbers. Trying on the counter. Terzaghi takes it. Saved by Nuhu. Loose ball. He gets on top of it. Rashid Nuhu single-handedly keeping the Owls.
Cuts it back. Cone. Ellie Bell to top of the box. Bender! Oh, what a goal! Josh Cone! He finds the leading tally. It's 2-1 Tucson. Floats it in there, headed on, off the crossbar, McLean, oh, what a save in the end, Aviles is there.
Terzaghi turns, fires, oh!
Towards that penalty spot, tracked the whole way by Beak, it's a tremendous header on target, and forcing an even better save out of Dylan Castañeda.
Visit USLsoccershop.com this Friday through Monday to claim at least 20% off at participating clubs' online stores.
Back at Globe Life Park, halftime, no score, North Texas Fort Lauderdale CF. Time for our USL news and notes. It all adds up. The chase for the League One final heats up in October with 7 points separating second and eighth. A lot of teams still in it. Our championship match later on at the end of this month. September Player of the Month, 5 deserving candidates vie for your vote. Go to USLLeague1.com and cast your vote. We'll take those votes Monday at noon. And then Richmond's Ivan Magalhaes is our Player of the Week as we go into our Team of the Week. Eduardo Sosa and Sammy Gadiri in there for Fort Lauderdale on the Team of the Week for Week 11. At Warner Park outside of Omaha, Union Omaha celebrates the 1-year anniversary of the birth of the franchise with an important home contest versus South Georgia Tormenta. This is a rematch of a wild 2-2 draw in the Southeast, which saw a quick Tormenta goal and an Omaha own goal before the Owls regained the game and got 2 back, including a banger from Faraday Souza to snatch the road point. New Tormenta head coach Ian Cameron got the win in his debut 14 days ago, while Omaha is flying high after breaking a losing skid with a club best 3 goals at Fort Lauderdale on Wednesday. At Hart Park, forward Madison has 2 things on its mind: stay in the hunt for a spot in the USL League One final and get revenge against an FC Tucson side which beat them 2-1 in the desert just a week and a half ago. Madison Sports is an undefeated home park in 2020, 3-0-1, playing just outside of Milwaukee, I should say. 4 more home fixtures remaining for forward Madison. Tucson will get back midfielder Charlie Dennis, who missed the last meeting and is 3rd in League One and created chances with 23. That's coming up at 8 Eastern, along with 3 Wednesday matches to start Week 13. And you see some other scores from around USL League One. Halftime, New England Revolution, wow, with a surprising 2-0 halftime lead over Richmond Kickers. Richmond trying to stay in that second spot. You see forward Madison and Tucson, and then Omaha and Georgia Tormenta. And then you see, of course, Richmond playing against New England. New England, a team that's 8th. They're in that logjam in the middle of the League One standings, but if you're Richmond, you got to find a way to get at least a point here, with Union Omaha and Chattanooga breathing right down the necks. Upcoming schedule for next week: 3 Wednesday matches: Chattanooga, these North Texas Soccer Club players; Richmond and Orlando City, South Georgia and FC Tucson; and then Friday, Fort Lauderdale is back in action against New England Revolution 2. Players have come back onto the pitch for warm-ups before the second half. Still no score at halftime at Globe Life Park in Texas. Back with more after this.
Think all sports recovery drinks deliver the same hydration? Think again. It's time to make the switch to the low-calorie option that replenishes, with vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to promote optimal hydration and recovery, and a 1-to-1 ratio of sodium to potassium that works to reestablish your electrolyte balance. Plus sequential carbohydrates to provide your body with the fuel it needs to recover from intense exercise. Just add water. That's Advocare Rehydrate. Rethink what you drink.
Is that your dad's new Camry?
I dig the panoramic moonroof.
And how's the V6?
And the Android Auto.
Shh. Yes, Billy. How are they?
Grab everyone's attention in the 2020 Camry. Get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2020 Camry. Hurry in today. Toyota.
Wherever we want to go, we just have to start. Auto save your way there with Chase. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Injuries can be overcome. Returns can be triumphant. The top of your game is well within reach. From comprehensive care to advanced research, everything you need to rehab, recover, and refuel your performance is in the playbook at Texas Health Sports Medicine.
Welcome back to Globe Life Park. North Texas SC, Fort Lauderdale CF scoreless after one half. Now let's take a look at our first half highlights brought to you by Advocare. Not much doing for either side of the first half. In fact, Avila's barely tested at all. It was the other side. Castanera, as you see, Lopez Espin attempted a bicycle kick earlier in the first half. In the 7th minute, Ascona applying some pressure and defended well by North Texas, resulted in a corner for Fort Lauderdale. In the 13th minute, North Texas trying to get their opportunities going. Damas, there was one of the saves that had to be made from Castanera tonight. Beauty Couple of corners and opportunities for North Texas. This is probably their best one of the night. Waldeck had 3 options, and it was sent high over the bar on that far side by Addison. The 37th minute later in the first half, Damas on the run for it here. Tie for the team lead in goals, sends one on, but right at Castanera, an easy stop for him. As we look at our final replay here of our highlights, Redzic deflection, that one made that save difficult for Castanera. That was really all the opportunities that either side had. As we take a look at our halftime stats, brought to you by Chase. Just 1 shot for Fort Lauderdale in that first half. 6 and 3 on target for North Texas in the first 45 minutes. They were offside 5 times. And again, no Sosa, no Valencia today for Fort Lauderdale. Got to wonder if that's and how much that's affecting the attack for Fort Lauderdale CF. Let's take a look at our upcoming team schedules. Brought to you by MoneyGram. North Texas, 3 on the road, 2 more at home. Final 5 matches of the season. Up next, though, it's Chattanooga in 4 days on the 7th before returning home 3 days later against Richmond on the 10th. They close out the year on the 24th with South Georgia. Just 3 games remain for Fort Lauderdale CF, 2 on the road, 1 at home. Omaha and New England Revolution, the 2 road matches for Madison at home at Inter Miami Stadium on the 14th. The teams have returned to the pitch. Both these teams want to earn that 3 points. Since 1947, Select has been a leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of USL League One and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit www.selectsportsamerica.com. Arnaldo Damas standing right there with Roberts. Just 1 win at home in 5 tries this year. Other 4 draws. And North Texas will need a second half tally here in order to earn that second win. Winless at home since the season opener on July 25th against Forward Madison. It's been a while. Fort Lauderdale made some substitutions at half. We'll get those to you in a moment. Looks like Gadiri and Carrasco into the match. We'll let you know if there are any more. Here's an opportunity early on, and Bonilla had that shot blocked. So Gadiri comes in for Buckner. And Carrasco in for Saavedra. Harden got double teamed there deep in his own zone. Alisson tried to tee one up. Carrasco, the 32-year-old, able to get it free, and then he turned it over. Damas pressuring. Still alive for North Texas. Rayo tees one up and a save made. Roberts trying to slide it through for Waldeck, but Young wins the race there and lets it roll over the goal line for a goal kick. 2020 League One season concludes in historic fashion with the league's first national TV broadcast. Opportunity for Fort Lauderdale. Gadiri, one touch, sitting on the goal line, but it's cleared away. We'll finish that promotion in just a moment for the League One final, but Fort Lauderdale applying some pressure as Lopez Espin flicks one on. So the 2020 League One season concludes in historic fashion with the league's first national TV broadcast. Don't miss the top two teams in the league compete for the 2020 League One title on both ESPN Plus and ESPN Deportes at 8 p.m. Eastern, October 30th. These two teams trying to make one final push. Allen making his first career start. Carrasco for Ferry, the South Lake, Texas native. Waldeck. Damas. Step in front of by Ibarra. Now Gadiri. So good this year for Fort Lauderdale, dispossessed though. Soft shot, and Avila is able to fall on it. This is Bonilla, leaving it for Rayo. His cross towards the back post. Nobody home. Redzic chases it down. Hernandez went down. That's a foul on Fort Lauderdale's Ibarra. Looking for that icebreaker here. Waldeck standing over it. Roberts behind him, but Waldeck looks to be the one to take it. Here's it's a rocket about 1,000,000 feet over the bar, and Fort Lauderdale survives. nasty collision there and a late whistle. Both players down. Allen pointing back. Look at the youngster. See if a card is issued. 2 players went down, and now both training staffs being called onto the pitch. Take one. And so the card will be awarded, not awarded, issued. Ryo will get booked. North Texas staff can't really believe that call, but looked like the right one. Carrasco got fouled at the 40. And Roberts is scolded. You can hear the official saying, "No more." Hector Hernandez, emphatic. Here's Ferry, and a save made. Best chance of Fort Lauderdale so far. Gadiri sends it all the way through the slot. Take another look. Nice job by Young to get it into Ferry. And a nice save by Aviles, and then no black shirts there to capitalize. Sixth minute. 10 minutes into this second half. Not a good ball in. Bonilla, that's off of Harden. That's close to a handball. North Texas really wants that. They won't get that, but they will have an opportunity with a corner. All the way through. Ascona couldn't fully clear. Roberts keeps it alive. Sent another one in. Damas fires, score! Fort Lauderdale can't believe there was no offside, but Damas now alone for the team lead with his 4th goal of the season. Breaks the deadlock in the 57th minute. Fort Lauderdale had a chance to clear. You be the judge. You give Ronaldo Damas that much space, he's going to put it in the back of the net. But the question was he offside? They didn't get the call, Fort Lauderdale didn't. North Texas will certainly take it. Damas, his 4th, gives North Texas the advantage at home here in the second half early on. Fort Lauderdale having to play catch-up. You gotta love when it works out when you highlight a guy in the open and then he goes ahead and scores later on in the match. It almost makes us like we know what we're talking about. Sometimes. Anyways. Allen to throw it in. Or not. Just put it in play. Remember, these two teams have met once already this season, a 3-2 win for Fort Lauderdale. But Eduardo Sosa and Valencia both not in the lineup tonight and both unavailable. They are a huge part, both of them, of this Fort Lauderdale attack, tied for second in the league in goals. Allen to throw in after the deflection. Ferry battling. Ferry fires. And the save made. Ascona giving chase. He goes down. That's a throw in for Fort Lauderdale. Allen trying to get it for Gadiri, couldn't find him. Damas, nice job by Harden to poke it away from him for the moment, and then Castanera off his line to send it deep. Nice little back heel flip Ferry. Trying to get it over to Lopez Espin, but couldn't. Takes a Fort Lauderdale bounce. Roberts battling with Ibarra, and that's a foul on Roberts. Being a little too physical there. Globe Life Park in Arlington, Josh Appel with you. Fort Lauderdale in North Texas in the 57th minute. Ronaldo Damas has given his team the lead. '61st minute. Rayo making a run. Rayo sends in the cross. Damas, the header off the crossbar. And then Mendez played it back to Castanera, who had to make a second save. Damas can't believe it. He was that close to putting North Texas up by a pair. Close call for Fort Lauderdale. Redzic, 3 goals on the year. Fires one low, cleared away, never got through. Roberts to chase it down. Redzic. Rayo. Fires. Not a lot on it, might have been deflected on the way in. Castanera handles it. Here's a run by Ascona. Ascona tried to get it to Lopez Espin. Ascona still battling. Fort Lauderdale and Young around Che. Lopez Espin sends it just a hair wide. Fort Lauderdale starting to apply some pressure. Take one more look. Lopez Espin just left of the post. The USL and its clubs thank the fans for their unwavering support this season. As a thank you, visit the new USLsoccershop.com between Friday and Monday to find a special discount code for your favorite club's online store. The new USLsoccershop.com to find a code to your favorite club's online store. Harden plays it back to his keeper, Castanera. Allen making his debut. Now Gadiri, so dangerous with the ball on his foot. Gadiri, Lopez Espin. Nice play by Che to ride him off and clear it. Some of the better defensive work we've seen in this one, but now Fort Lauderdale. Ferry. Looking for Ascona, couldn't get it to him, and a throw-in for Fort Lauderdale. Ascona, the 16-year-old. They work it free. Shot blocked. Ferry still handling it. There's the cross. Looking for Lopez Espin. He wasn't there. '66th minute. North Texas leading on the goal by Damas. Kiesewetter getting set to come in for Fort Lauderdale. So you would imagine that Gadiri will go back and play left back for Allen when they do make the sub, and Kiesewetter will play up front next to Lopez Espin. But first, a corner from North Texas. Redzic to take it. Cleared away by Fort Lauderdale. North Texas, is that onside? No, it is not. Castanera made the save anyway. See Kiesewetter. And for Noah Allen, who is done in his debut, held up well for a 16-year-old, making his first professional appearance and first start. Gadiri, as we mentioned, he moved back and a great ball ahead. This is Ascona, Edison Ascona. Leaves it back, Carrasco. Here's a shot from deep, and a save made. One more look from Ibarra. Almost an unfortunate bounce for Aviles. Up ahead for Fort Lauderdale, Carrasco, what a back heel flip. And then some miscommunication there. Young thought somebody was coming on the overlap. So we've seen 3 substitutions for Fort Lauderdale, none yet for North Texas. You see the subs remaining. Kiesewetter battling with 2 red shirts. And a throw in for North Texas. Texas getting set to make its first sub. Low cross, Damas, another chance. Damas fires, oh, just wide. I mean, he has come so close tonight to having a hat trick. That, he sent one off the post, or off the crossbar, and of course, he had the earlier goal in the 57th minute, and maybe a last-second deflection there by Modesto Mendez saved that shot from being on target. Zweig have just completed 70 minutes here in Arlington at Globe Life Park. Reigning defending champions as Arturo Rodriguez, last year's league MVP, back into the game, or into the game for the first time, I should say, and Redzich comes out. Kaderi lost it. Shea flicks it up in the air. Ferry looking for Lopez. Espen couldn't find him. Rodriguez. Burgess. On the road, can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, and Rodney Marsh. Fans of the USL can now listen to the best matches of the week, along with action from MLS, the Premier League, and the UEFA Champions League. Sirius XM FC, channel 157, on your Sirius XM radio and the Sirius XM app. Third minute. Young. Across midfield. Leaves it for Kiesewetter. Now Carrasco. Ethan Harden. Ascona, the 16-year-old. Can Fort Lauderdale find the equalizer as we wind down here in the second half? Carrasco to the far side. Kiesewetter, low cross. Lopez Espin. Corner kick for Fort Lauderdale. Lopez Espin, he was off. Darian Reyes, another sub for Fort Lauderdale, but it's also our hydration break here in the second half. Rivaldo Ibarra will come off, and Reyes will come in. Let's take a look at our only goal from tonight. Team leading fourth. For Damas. You see it right here. Might have been offside, no call. And when he's one-on-one like that, he's going to win that battle more often than not. And he has put North Texas on top with his fourth goal of the year. He's also sent one off the crossbar and just wide. Could have been more for him. We've talked earlier about the League One final coming up on October 30th, but it's win or go home when the USL Championship playoffs start October 9th. Be part of the conversation and watch every match, every goal, every save, and every celebration on ESPN Plus on the way to the USL Championship final November 1st at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN and ESPN Deportes. So how about the League One final and the USL Championship final? Both on national television. USL Championship final on ESPN for the first time. And again, the League One final will be on both ESPN Plus and ESPN Deportes. So we're back ready for action after the hydro break. Reyes, who enters for Fort Lauderdale, another 16-year-old. 2 goals for the U17 Inter Miami Academy team last year. Reyes has only played in 27 minutes over 2 other matches this year. But again, no Sosa, no Valencia tonight for Fort Lauderdale. They're trying to find some other options. Chase for it, Castanera. Texas getting ready to make its first subs of the night. Ascona was offside ahead of Bonilla. Warning for the time taken there. Foul on Damas. For Lauderdale, running out of time. Gadiri, nice move to the inside. Ascona. Working on Bonilla. For Gadiri. His cross, low and cleared away. Damas trying to beat Harden. Damas given some space. Damas leaves it back. Shot on goal. Rodriguez, the sub from Damas. And in the 80th minute, North Texas has a comfortable 2-0 lead. Everybody thought Damas would be the one to tee this shot up, but what a feed. Arturo Rodriguez, last year's League One MVP, slides it past Castanera. And North Texas is about 10+ minutes away from its first win at home since the season opener against Forward Madison. As you see Bruce getting set to come in. He's in for Allison. Gadiri. Fort Lauderdale really hasn't had that many opportunities here tonight. Colin Smith also into the game. For North Texas.
We have 2 substitutions for North Texas SC. In the 80th minute, entering the game is number 21, Colin Smith, and number 28, Alex Bruce. Leaving the game is
North Texas can almost taste it here. And we might have a booking on the far side, and we do. A yellow issued to Christian Lou Young for taking down Roberts. Take one more look at what happened here and what earned the yellow for Young. Rodriguez, who just scored the second. Bonilla. So you see Young getting the yellow. Rodriguez in the 84th minute. Colin Smith lost it. Looked like he had something brewing. Throw in coming for North Texas, but they are not in any hurry. Bruce. Across now, Damas. That's still onside. Bruce, save made. Castanera keeps this 2-0. What a save by Castanera. Damas been so good tonight. And again, not sure how that wasn't offside, but Bruce not able to finish regardless. And now Modesto Mendez, the 22-year-old, playing it his 6th game. Here's the corner, header! And that'll be a goal kick. Damas was looking for another. Take one more look. Presented by Advocare. Thanks for all the replays tonight. Sixth minute here at Globe Life Park. And now another sub for Fort Lauderdale. No Darce. He's going to get an opportunity here late. On to Aviles, and he's able to gobble it up. Texas also preparing to bring in some more subs here for the final 4+ minutes. Ferry. Player down for North Texas, and Lopez Espin is going to get booked with a yellow. It's not the effort that Fort Lauderdale wanted here tonight. They really never got any solid or great scoring chances. North Texas has been the better team for most of the night. Couldn't quite tell what happened there. But 2 subs coming in for North Texas. Ponder will come in for Bonilla. And David Rodriguez will enter for Roberts. Final moments here at Globe Life Park. North Texas just a few minutes away from its first home win since July 25th. They are 1-0-4 at home this year. Harden for Gadiri. Not a good pass there. Damas again. One-on-one with the keeper. Damas slides it through. Number 11's got 2. And if it wasn't iced before, now it is. 3-0 North Texas. Damas with a brace tonight. He has 5 goals on the season. And now it's 3-0 here late.
North Texas SC goal. Scored by number 11, Ronaldo.
We're going to see 4 minutes of stoppage time here.
The goal scored in the 89th minute. The assist to number 28.
This is an emphatic home performance for North Texas. Gotta wonder where this kind of play has been most of the year. Defending champs. Rodriguez, he fires one. Save made by Castanera. Long ball ahead for Lopez Espin. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Ascona. Now Nodars back to get it. Nice flip ahead by Gadiri, but nothing there. Nodars with the header. And again, just 3 games left after this for Fort Lauderdale, 5 for North Texas. League One final coming up on the 30th. David Rodriguez. And that one off the post, almost a 4 spot. They've scored 3 in this second half. Rodriguez scored the second goal. Damas has been involved in all 3. Now some chippiness here late. Gadiri. That's over the touchline. Closing in on the end of this one. Rodriguez taking his time, as you would expect. They roll it into the corner, and a goal kick. Waiting on the final whistle. Fort Lauderdale, one final rush. Ascona goes down, no call. Ferry. For Reyes. And now North Texas about to be victorious here at home for the first time since July as we get the final whistle. Your final from Globe Life Park. North Texas 3, Fort Lauderdale 0. 3 second half goals for North Texas. And an easy choice tonight for our man of the match. It's Damas. 2 goals in the second half, assisted on the other. Had one off the crossbar, another couple go just wide, and he is our Globe Life man of the match. An easy decision in North Texas's first win at home since July 25th. Coming up next, we'll wrap things up for you from Globe Life Park, where North Texas is victorious for the second time this season at home, 3-0 over Fort Lauderdale. Back with more after this.
Think all sports recovery drinks deliver the same hydration?
Think again. It's time to make the switch to the low-calorie option that replenishes, with vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to promote optimal hydration and recovery, and a 1-to-1 ratio of sodium to potassium that works to reestablish your electrolyte balance. Plus sequential carbohydrates to provide your body with the fuel it needs to recover from intense exercise. Just add water. That's Advocare Rehydrate. Rethink what you drink.
Hey, Billy, is that your dad's new Camry?
I dig the panoramic moonroof.
And how's the V6?
And the Android Auto.
Yes, Billy. How are they?
Grab everyone's attention in the 2020 Camry. Get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2020 Camry. Hurry in today. Toyota.
Wherever we want to go, we just have to start. Auto save your way there with Chase. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Welcome back. North Texas victorious 3-0 at home. First home win since July 25th. Ronaldo Damas with a fantastic night. 2 goals, an assist here in the second half as we take a look at our highlights presented by Advocare. And Fort Lauderdale had some chances in this second half. That probably their best one. But that, the save of the match, presented by Chase. The save made by Aviles. There's Ronaldo Damas once again, our player of the match. As now we're about to take a look at our highlights presented by Advocare. Early in the first half, in the 13th minute, this was really the first opportunity for either side. Damas needed a great save from Fort Lauderdale's keeper to not put his team up 1-0 early on. Late first half, another chance. Redzic, a deflection, and then another push save from Castanera. Early second half, Fort Lauderdale trying to get something going. Gadiri had this chance. That was our save of the match, and also the best opportunity in my eyes that Fort Lauderdale had to putting up one on the scoreboard. 55th minute, Ferry, save made and then cleared away. Again, this is pretty much the closest Fort Lauderdale got all night. Lopez Espin a non-factor for the most part. Here was the icebreaker. In the 57th minute, Fort Lauderdale thought it was offside. Officials said no. Demis said, I'll take that, and I'll take the goal. In the 63rd minute, Fort Lauderdale trying to get the match tied. Lopez Espin sent it wide. Nice feed in from Young, but Lopez Espin couldn't finish. In the 80th minute, everybody thinks the shot's coming from Ronaldo. Instead, the feed to the former league MVP, Arturo Rodriguez, who came in off the bench. And then it was Demis who iced it 3-0. Chase stats, 9 shots, 5 on target, but 21 attempted by North Texas, 10 on target. A total domination tonight at home from North Texas. Well, for the first time since July 25th, North Texas, the defending League One champions, are victorious at home. Ronaldo Demis with 2 goals and assist. And the men in red take this one and the 3 points to the expansion Fort Lauderdale side. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. For our entire crew, this is Josh Appel saying so long from Globe Life Park, where once again North Texas is victorious over Fort Lauderdale 3-0. We'll talk to you next time.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League